Accucare Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine in Brick, New Jersey offers a state-of-the-art facility with all the best and current treatments. With athletic trainers, massage therapists, and doctors of physical therapy, Accucare has everything you need to stay healthy and perform at the highest level. Cupping, stretching, laser therapy, compression boots, and a full body cryo chamber are just some of what you can expect at Accucare. Check out their website and social media links in my bio. No prescription is needed to see them. So call them today and start feeling and performing at your best. Again, thank you to Accucare for sponsoring the Shore Football Report. Just got two things to say right now. First, I want to thank Accucare. They are awesome, our great sponsor. Get there. If you haven't been there yet, make an appointment, get to Accucare, especially towards the end of the season when your body needs to get that extra push and be healthy on the football field. Rehabilitation, recovery, they are the best. Make an appointment, call them and tell them you're coming. All right. The Shore Football Report is definitely endorsing going to Accucare. They're the best out there right now. And they have athletes going there around the clock, all sports, and that's that. And also, when you're transitioning to another sport, your body is gonna be needing this Accucare treatment because you're using different body parts. So just make sure that you utilize Accucare, located in Brick. They are the best. I love being associated with them. They are part of the team, the Shore Football Report team. All right. The other thing I want to say is this: subscribe to the Shore Football Report YouTube channel. Every one of you, when you watch it, click subscribe. It's free. It's free. Turn the notifications off if you don't want to hear it, but subscribe. By you subscribing, says thank you. I need 1,000. I want 1,000 subscribers. Please, 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 please subscribe. Scott Stump says I don't say it enough on our show. That's why we don't got 1,000 subscribers. But subscribe. All joking aside, it's the cool thing to do. All right. Join the Shore Football Report team. We got so many things that are going to be going on our YouTube channel, not just our talk shows. We're going to have extensive all-star team coverage that we're going to do. Also, yes, you've been asking, the Stumpy Awards, they're coming back. The Stumpy Awards are coming back from 8 years ago, and I know you guys are going to love it. So we're going to have all my all-star teams, all county, all shore, all division, my rankings of players, because I changed things up and seeing how guys are playing, adding the freshmen, the 2026s are going to be included in that rankings too. It's a lot of stuff, all going to be on our YouTube, the Shore Football Report YouTube. Subscribe. You won't want to miss it. In the off season, I'll be doing things around the clock for recruiting, talking with college coaches and coaches from all over the country will be on my talk shows throughout the off season. There's no off in my season. All right. Subscribe to the Shore Football Report. And also, more importantly, make an appointment to Accucare.
It's going down at the Swamp on Friday night. Once again, a state championship game in Middletown as Middletown South Eagles taking on Mainland Central Jersey Group 4 title on the line. This is where Middletown South lives, right? 23 times they've been in the state finals. They've won this. They're going to try to go for their 11th sectional title in school history. So this is practically on their schedule, like in the preseason, that
Yeah.
they're going to be having.
It's on their schedule on all the pizza places. All there, right?
Right.
Scott,
Right.
Scott, I
They're
told.
coming off a that's a gritty 24-10 win over a Winslow team
Yeah.
that was really talented. They gave up a lot of yards, but they tightened in the red zone there. Great job at the defense, and they forced some big turnovers in that game. And Mainland beat a short conference team, Long Branch, 34-20. They jumped out to a big lead. Long Branch fought back to get it to 27-20
Long Branch is
before
scrappy.
Mainland put the game away. You got to like South's chances as the top seed at home here.
You know, I talked to Coach Antonucci in the summertime. We talked about, I said, why do you call it the Swamp? And he gave me all this stuff, what it is. And then he told me this, and as a coach, I wanted to hear this, that at Middletown South, he never cancels a football game. Never. And I said, are you kidding me? And he told me some stories, and it was like floods. I like, are you kidding me? He goes, and that goes with practice. He gets no phone calls from parents or players. Are we practicing today because of the rain? They know they are going to play or practice unless there's lightning all the time. So I didn't even bother.
Well, as somebody who covered games there with mud up to my ankles and bugs everywhere before they got the artificial turf, back in the grass field days, I know exactly why they call it the Swamp.
But I didn't. I messaged every coach that was playing except one person. So if Coach Antonucci, if he's wondering why he didn't get that text from me, I know the answer. He's playing. He's playing. So he loves the fact that his team is ready no matter what on call. I think that's a big thing to say about his program on what he does. But they are tough dudes. And I think that they're going to embrace whatever weather condition it is at Middletown.
Yeah, and they're playing their best football at the right time. And this is their kind of game because they're a running team that plays hard-nosed defense. So if it's going to be pouring out, other than, making sure to take care of the ball on handoffs, it's not going to dramatically change what they do. They're coming off Donovan Summey, man, getting better and better. Career high 188 yards last week and threw a touchdown pass on the halfback pass to Logan Colleran to help really break that game open a little bit. He's been great. Their offensive line has really started to dominate here the last month, so that's a great sign. They're facing a Mainland team that has a star running back of their own. Jabril Mace is a Villanova recruit. He's got 24 touchdowns this season. He's over 1,000 for the year. This team averages over 30 points a game. I guess the one, I don't want to say unnerving thing, but, cause for maybe concern if you're South, they did allow 163 yards rushing to Jamil Peterson last week, who's Winslow's star running back. Now they're facing another one. So that's going to be a tough challenge. And, Mainland, again, they're an explosive offense. They're fresh. Their quarterback is a freshman. This is another team with the weather. They have some weapons in the passing game. Cohen Cook, Jamie Tyson, guys like that, and Mace himself. But will they be able to use them if it's raining?
I love this game because, again, it's two conferences that are very proud of their programs. My buddies from down south would give me, hey, what do you think of Middletown South? Of course, I told them how proud I am of the team and this and that. They're proud of their guys. Mainland is a team that's been there and done it. So is Middletown South. And there's a lot of pride. So you're going to have a lot of historical, traditional fans going to these games and watching one of them come away with a championship. But the guy, Jake Zawako, we were talking about this earlier, doesn't have those star power numbers, but he's got that star power swagger. He really does. That kid can run it. He can throw. Kind of one-handed interceptions during the season, multiple interception games, and he could also kick and punt. The kid is an absolute winner.
Not only that, he does it every week. It seems like he has an interception or a pass breakup
all the time.
Every week at safety. He's making plays as a runner, as a quarterback. He makes a field goal almost seemingly every week. He's kind of the definition of your, all-shore utility player.
Somewhere he's on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you just plug
him on there
anywhere, and he's going to make plays. And really, the South defense, we know Colin Gallagher. He's a leading candidate for the short defensive player of the year. And the thing I like about him is the consistency. Every single week, double-digit tackles, 1 or 2 tackles for a loss or a sack, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. He's making disruptive plays, negative plays every single week. And the crazy part is he has an understudy, their sophomore, Luke Waffle. I mean, you're talking about him. He had a great game last week, too.
Awesome game. He did. And don't forget Brendan Sliva at corner, also a receiver. Logan Colleran they got some stars too, but in the trenches, Tyler Adonisio and Tommy White are really paving the way for Donovan Sumney. I love when Donovan Sumney, when you watch him live, reminds me of Stephen Pitts, a big, athletic 6'1" running back. I know that's
you got to pump the brakes a little.
Hey, little Middletown, but they got a good
player. But Stephen Pitts is one of the greatest running backs in the history.
I'm telling you right now, this kid right here is a good running back, one of the most underrated running backs in the short conference. He really is. But he's a big,
and he's been getting better.
Yeah,
like I feel like the more comfortable he is, the more chemistry he has with that line, the more they've been able to lean. Because early in the season, he wasn't carrying the ball quite as much as he has been getting it the last couple of weeks. But with the increased workload, he's been even more productive and better. And it takes a little bit of the heat off Swakeel so that he's not having to run the ball constantly and make a ton of plays because you can rely on Summy.
It's his stride
down the field.
He's got tremendous stride, and he's a big running back. You're talking about a 6'1" running back. That's really impressive. When he puts a lot more weight on his frame next year, I think he's a Division I running back. He really is. But he's underrated, and he's a guy that can shine in a game like this in the finals.
In Mainland, their running game. Obviously, Mace is the showstopper, but they also have Stephen Ordilli, who had 110 yards and 3 touchdowns against Long Branch last week. And let's not forget, that Long Branch defense is really tough. I mean, they held a Pennsauken team that averaged 30-plus a game to 6 points. They held Middletown South down most of that game before South scored 23 in the season opener to beat them. So, that's got to be a testament to Mainland's offense, that they can come out and put 34 on Long Branch. That's got to make you sit up and take notice a little bit about how talented they are offensively. And a big thing with them, and we said it last week, they come out of the gates flying. Like they lead early in the game almost all of their games, and they were up 21-0 on Long Branch at the half before Long Branch fought back into it. So that's a big thing for South. You can't let them come out and quiet your crowd and get momentum right away. You got to put them on their heels first. Put them in a hole. Go up, 7-0, 10-0 on them, and make them fight back. Because they love to kind of just blitz you right out of the first quarter.
And the only glitch in their schedule was Ocean City. Lost 21-20, which is a rival. You throw out the records. I get it. Ocean City didn't have a great season this year, but they were good. But they've handled everybody on their schedule, and convincingly too. So this is a real big buildup of 2 elite football teams, top 20 teams in the state. Good coaching staffs. I got my money though on the short conference. I do. I think Cody and Annucci might have another finger for a ring, They really do.
He's like Phil Jackson. He's going to be running out of fingers for the rings.
And they're young. And Middletown South is young. They're not, they're a veteran
They're not going anywhere.
No.
Yeah, they'll have so many of these guys right back in it. I think that certainly, you consider them to be a favorite. And again, if this is played in bad weather, to me, this just looks like a straight up matchup of Summy and Wakeel running the ball against Jabril Mace. It's just going to be there's your star guy, here's our star guys. Which line is going to move people off the ball, or who's going to be able to break a big run? That might be really the whole story of it. I'll tell you what, though, the kicking game of Middletown South could be huge in a game like this. If maybe you can kick a short field goal, that could be the difference. And they have that, I would say, that advantage.
Yeah, again, I love watching Jake Zawakal kick. He's an athlete. When he gets that ball as a punter, you don't know if he's going to throw it, if he's going to run it, or if he's kicking it. You should thank him when he kicks it because, you're putting the ball in the best athlete's hand right there in Jake. And, this game could go down to a Jake Zawakal play somewhere on the field, offense, defense, special teams. I think Middletown South is battle tested. When they beat Donovan Catholic, that was a huge statement, and I think they kind of opened their own eyes a little bit too, because Donovan Catholic's a good football team, so they're rolling at the right time. Middletown South. I'm excited.
I mean, obviously we can get to this, if South brings home the championship. But do you see real quick from most of you look at a lot of the state top 20 rankings and everything like that, and the really top public schools besides Toms River North, who we talk about, and seem to be concentrated in Group 3, where we don't have any shore conference teams still remaining there.
Yeah.
So, you got Hamilton against Millville down in South Jersey, in the South Jersey bracket. I guess if South gets through this game, how do you initially see their chances of being able to make it to that Group 4 final?
I don't see an easy path. I mean, Millville's got athletes on the perimeter. Jackson played them tough. They were winning 16-15 at halftime and then petered out. Millville's got that quarterback that's thrown for over 2,300 yards and a couple receivers. One of them's a Power 5 Offrey kid and only a sophomore. Hamilton, my buddy's the running back coach there at Hamilton, and I think I would have to think that Millville would be the favorite in that game versus Hamilton. But no, I don't see an easy path. I just see it as another tough football game next week. But let's get through this game here because Mainland is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a real challenge. But I mean, again, it would be a huge testament to Middletown South that, like you said, in the year where they're kind of young, where they had to break in a lot of new people, they still might win a state championship. I mean, that's the definition of a program where it doesn't matter who we're replacing, it doesn't matter who the new guys are that have to be stars. We're still going to get it done at the end of the day.